warm-up zone. My name is Jeffrey. This is Nate, bringing some fun sports. We got the NBA playoffs going on right now. But first off, Nate, how was camping? You were gone last week.
Camping?
Yeah, how was camping?
Oh.
Threw you for a loop there, huh?
You did. I was not ready for a camping question. I'm ready for sports, not camping. All right, anyway. Camping was a good time, except for my wife throwing up all night long one of the nights. Turns out my wife cannot have pineapple.
Well, that's just not fun.
Yeah, no more pineapple for her. None.
All right. Well, cool. Glad you had fun with that.
I did make a pineapple upside-down cake in the Dutch oven. And I brought enough to make two because the first one just, no, not good. It was like sloppy Joe pineapple cake.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. All right.
Not good. All right. So, diving in, Paul Pierce. He said, if LeBron James doesn't win a championship, it will be a big hit on his legacy. How do you feel about that?
Me?
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Paul Pierce is a moron, first off. He's a clown. All right.
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of still some butting heads there. They were
Clickbait.
Rivals. He doesn't have a level head about this.
No, so first off, I just want full disclosure. I struggle with players being analysts for players that are playing that they've played against. Does that make sense? So Paul Pierce has played recently enough to play against LeBron James and some of the players that are playing. So he has like this weird player opinion, and it's not going to be objective. It's very semi-biased. Like no matter how hard they try, it's going to be slightly biased. So I find it, I already can't take him seriously. I'm like, yeah, so you got your butt kicked by this dude, so I don't expect you to be like really objective about this, to be honest. So when he just talks, I really struggle with it. Also, I tried watching last year when he was on the not the TNT, the ESPN like before show thing. Mm-hmm. He's just one of those people that just talks to get attention. He doesn't actually like bring anything constructive to the table, and it's kind of annoying. So I'm a little upset with us for giving him the light of day, but it was annoying enough what he said that we have to talk about it a little bit.
Well, if LeBron doesn't win, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a hit, but how badly he made it out to sound in the whole discussion was just like he's gonna become one of the worst players. Like not the worst players, but he's dropping several ranks. I'm just like, he's still LeBron. He's still done some amazing things. You can't disregard what has happened in the past just because of him not making the playoffs or making it all the way in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I think people just like to bring it back to the fact that Jordan never really lost in the first round or in the playoffs or weird things like that. They just kind of compare it to Jordan, which I think it's kind of like, I know it's GOAT talk.
Yeah.
Just people have made the GOAT and they expect somebody else to be the GOAT to act like the original GOAT. And I don't feel like that's fair because LeBron is not the same person as Michael Jordan. So when they talk about the GOAT, they're like, oh, well, he's not a killer. Well, it's like, yeah, LeBron's kind of like one of those people. He wants to pass it around and then he'll score like 30 points when he has to. And people are like, yeah, but he should just want to score 30 points all the time. And I'm kind of like, is that really a great teammate, though? Like, it's a team game. There are four other people on the court. It does matter. And Paul Pierce is a joke. I don't know why he doesn't. He's just sick of getting scored on by LeBron. That haunts him. He goes to sleep and he just sees LeBron dunking on him all the time, and he just can't get over it or something. I don't know what his problem is.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Cool. We're going off into that. Let's talk about the bracket, how it's going a little bit so far.
Are we going to talk about the fun side or the boring side?
We're going to start with boring. Let's end.
We'll start boring. And then boring means east.
The east side. So first we have Milwaukee and Orlando. Really,
That was
tell us
real-
how you really
That was
feel
really
about
nice
that.
of the Magic to win the first game to get us all to go, oh my God, are the Bucks going to lose the series? That was really cool of them.
I never thought they were gonna lose a series.
But
It's
anyway,
just-
thank you, Magic, for giving us an extra basketball game. Really appreciate that. However,
We
It's
just wanna see you
over.
play hard.
it's over.
Win all of them now.
Unless, of course, you get a lead, because Giannis apparently can't win a game if he's behind. Big oof.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, moving on to something slightly more interesting. Please.
Slightly. Ever so
Boring.
slightly.
There's like the Magic don't even have any of half their players playing. Just saying. Okay.
That's fair.
All right. There is one small thing that worries me. They have
About
two of their
Milwaukee?
starters. Yeah, no, the Magic and the
Oh.
Bucks. The Magic have two of their starters missing, and the Bucks lost the first game, and then the second game, the Magic got within 9 points. That's a little worrisome, but
Yeah.
I think they're good enough that it doesn't matter. The Magic are screwed.
Yeah. No matter what people say. I think
When's
Milwaukee's
the
still
fifth
gonna
game of the
get
series?
there.
That's when they're going home. They're going home in 5, gentlemen sweep.
All right. Moving on. Next one. Miami. They are now leading 2.
All right, this is going to sound a little weird. I know they're leading 2-0. I know they've kind of controlled it a little bit. But I think Pacers might get another game or two. They might win a game or two.
I'd probably give them 1 game, not 2.
Not two?
Not 2. 1. Miami's just.
I don't know.
might be
It's kind of
better.
weird. I kind of look at Miami and I kind of look at the Pacers as like the same team. Like one's in red jerseys and one's in yellow jerseys. I'm just kind of like,
but
you guys.
I feel like Miami's executing it better.
Wow. Miami also has Jimmy Butler.
True.
I
True.
love Jimmy Butler, dude. Jimmy Butler's awesome.
You have talked about him a lot.
Have you heard
Not
what he
lately,
does? Like,
but
I've heard him on interviews when he's. So what do you do in your free time? Most guys are like, yeah, man, I like go out to the club. Like he's not like James Harden who's got a banner in a strip club. Yeah,
Mhm.
he's just like, I like to go sit at home and watch some soccer and play some dominoes. Just like, wow, you're as boring as I am. That's awesome. So cool. Anyway,
anyway,
it doesn't matter. But however, as much as I love Jimmy Butler, he doesn't shoot 3-pointers, which. You know what? If you're not good at it, don't do it. But you got to shoot a couple of them.
you got to try. You're playing at a high level. Got to try. Boston and Philly. We got Boston winning 3-0.
Whoa, I'm shocked.
Yeah,
I'm not really
boring
shocked.
game. Just
The Sixers, I'm sorry. People try to keep telling me how great Embiid is. And Embiid just either keeps getting hurt, scoring 30 points and 15 rebounds and losing, or getting some more amazing highlights and still not being very good.
every game I've watched, I've just sat there and I'm like, I would much rather watch any other game. It just wasn't entertaining.
It's just, dude, the Celtics, even without Gordon Hayward out there, they got Brown and Tatum out there and Kemba Walker, and it's just really, there's just too many guys. Like they have a bunch of, it's almost like they have a bunch of B+ guys, and the Sixers have a bunch of like C+, B- dudes, and
Yeah.
they're just not gonna. And on top of that, the Sixers have like no cohesion when they play. It's kind of like this awkward. I'm gonna shoot a jump ball and then I like pass it down. It's kind of weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't flow very well. Where the Celtics just kind of flow, like you can feel the team chemistry as they play.
Yeah. Okay.
And on top of that, the Celtics beat the Sixers last night, and Tatum played awful. He just shouldn't have showed up. He should have taken the day off.
I feel like that's true for a few players in a few games.
Just take the day off, and we'll just win this game without you. That's kind of what they should have done with Tatum yesterday. However, Tatum has been great the other 2 games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tatum's fun to watch.
Yeah. There's still, he is fun. I feel like there's other players I'd rather watch, though.
He's not electrified.
Yeah. Yeah. But I
Who
don't know.
would you much rather watch?
I don't know. Just
If you have to watch the Sixers and the Boston Celtics play, which player do you want to watch?
kind of choose none.
See, I'd like to watch Embiid play, except he's frustrating, and sometimes he's a 7-foot-tall dude that can run really fast, that stands at the 3-point line and just kind of like chucks him up there, and he's okay at it.
Yeah.
So he's fun, but kind of frustrating.
Okay. All right.
Oh, also, the Sixers are getting swept. If I had a broom, I'd bring it out.
I agree with that. Oh, yeah.
Sweet. Embiid,
Swept.
Embiid, even after playing amazing, they still get crushed. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no.
It's over.
Although I don't think Boston's going to move on past the next round.
What? You don't think the Celtics?
I think Toronto's going to beat Boston.
I think that's going to be great because those are two teams with great chemistry with about the same types of players across the board.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great game. I still think Toronto is still slightly
I'm taking
better team.
Boston in 7.
Boston in
Boom.
7. I'm gonna take
Or Toronto in 7. It's a toss-up. It really is.
I'm
Except
thinking-
I prefer to watch Boston win. Toronto, sorry, Kawhi left. You're boring.
That's fair.
I don't even care if you win all your games, Toronto. And we're not picking
you
on
think-
Canada, but you're boring.
Do you think Toronto's going to sweep as well? Because they're leading 3-0 right now, too.
Like I said, this is the boring side. Toronto is going to sweep the Brooklyn Nets. It's over. Another broom. More brooms.
More brooms. You need a dustpan with that broom. Not to change the sport, there was one baseball game I went to, and the guy actually brought a broom. Sweep. He was like, "We're going for the sweep." Did they get the sweep? No.
jinxed
No, they
them.
did not. I almost asked for that broom. Like, can I use your broom to pick up my mess here? We made all over you. But
Dude, they charge you $9 for that hot dog. You should not be cleaning up the mess in the stands for them.
I just wanted to disgrace his broom a little bit.
See this clean broom?
It's now dirty.
You are boring.
Done.
Our own producer just said we were boring. What a jerk.
He was with me at that game.
Oh, yeah, that was fun. Those were good seats.
They
We
were
were really
really
far
good
away,
seats,
but they were really good seats.
Guy just sitting behind me. I'm like, I want a good game, not a sweep. I want a good game. All right. Back to the
Are
interesting
you saying we're
side.
boring because we're talking about the boring side of basketball? Never mind.
Well, we're getting a little more interesting.
All right.
A lot more interesting, actually.
Start at the bottom.
You want me to start at the bottom?
Started from the bottom.
Why are you backwards? I'm
Just do
okay.
it. Just do it, you dyslexic.
Fine. Fine. All right. We have the Clippers. What do you feel? How do you feel?
What do I feel? What?
Yeah, what do you feel about it? Like how do you feel it's going so far for the Clippers?
Clippers. So I originally said the Clippers in 6.
Okay.
I'm a little concerned because Luka sprained his ankle, which I found, not that it's funny when people sprain their ankles, but he's like, yeah, it's not that bad. I sprained the ankle I didn't sprain earlier this year. And that's good. I was like, so now you have 2 weak ankles. That's good. Great. All right. That's better than spraining the one you've already sprained. I'm really confused by that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Well, it kind of does matter because now I'm thinking if Luka can't play very much and he's hurt and he moves slower and he just can't be a hero, then I just feel like the Clippers can just win it and like sweep the rest of the games. Win the next 2 and go on to the next round.
Yeah, I really don't know why they've lost one already. I feel like I don't know. I feel like the Clippers are a little bit better than that, but we'll see.
It does. The only thing it does is make me worry about their defense. Everyone's like, oh, their defense is so amazing. The Dallas Mavericks keep scoring like 120 points.
Yeah, so I'm like, I feel like they should be better. They were the team to talk about. I feel like they should
Paul
be
George.
sweeping this.
Playoff P. The guy that calls himself Playoff P, and yet for some weird reason he just doesn't win in the playoffs. Huh. It's like if you give
Strange.
yourself a nickname.
That's not true at all.
Don't give yourselves nicknames, people. Let other people do it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just not playing very good. But they have Kawhi. Kawhi is amazing so far. I think
Kawhi is fun, yeah.
Kawhi in the playoffs has been the best player in the playoffs so far.
I could get behind that.
Because
yeah.
nobody for the, like, Giannis. Yeah, he's playing good, but they kind of.
I feel like he's playing good, but he hasn't showed up playoff performance. Like, he's...
I don't know.
In
I
my
feel like
opinion.
with Giannis, the NBA tries to make him a bigger deal than he actually is.
I agree with that.
Because, yes, he's amazing, but he can't shoot threes, and that's, I don't know, like one of the most important things you need to be able to do in the NBA right now. And also, I don't know, there's just, he drives and he spins to his left and dunks the ball.
Yeah, he has one
It's
move.
just like, that's so
It's
cool.
like me playing basketball.
But the only reason anybody can't, like, cover him very well is because they have shooters around him that can shoot a bunch of threes. And so I find it difficult. I'm like, okay, put Giannis on, like, the Lakers. If you put Giannis on the Lakers instead of, like, LeBron, I don't think the Lakers go to the playoffs, but they lose in the first round.
Yeah, I wouldn't
don't-
put them as high.
They wouldn't be as good. He's not as valuable. It's just like, okay, we got our 28 points and our 20 rebounds. That's great.
Good for you.
But if you need like 9 points, we're down by 11. We need 9 points within the next 2 minutes. You're not going to get that from Giannis
Yeah.
because he's not even the best free throw shooter either. So even if he gets to the line, he might miss half of them. So it's kind of like I'd much rather have like Dame or Harden or Kawhi or even Paul George when he's shooting well. I'd much rather have him because he can shoot threes better. He can actually make most of his free throws. He's just more of a valuable piece. Because I still think if you put Paul George on the Bucks and you move Giannis to the Clippers would be a giant championship team because now you got Giannis and Kawhi. That would be a ridiculous duo.
Yeah.
But even if you put Paul George on the Bucks with the team they have now, I still think they'd be a playoff team. Like a really good playoff team. Personally.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't find Giannis to be super valuable. He's amazing to watch. Have you seen him? He can take like 2 steps from half court and dunk
No,
the ball.
he is very talented in some areas.
It's like watching a
He's just not
giant
well
Russell
rounded.
Westbrook play the game. Like if Russell Westbrook was 7 feet tall, that's what I view Giannis as.
Okay. Yeah.
But before Luka got hurt, I was thinking the Clippers were going to win in 6. That's probably still true.
I still think they're going to win in 6.
Yeah, I'm still feeling the Clippers in 6. Unless something weird or drastic happens.
Yeah, I kind of
But
hope
I
not.
don't know what weird or drastic thing would happen.
Yeah.
Unless somebody got hurt. Barring injuries. Asterisk.
Well, cool. Moving on. We have Denver and Utah.
So,
It's kind of making me sad a little.
I'm not going to lie. I picked Denver to win this in 6.
I did too.
5 or 6. Because I thought, the Jazz are actually missing quite a few people. Like a couple of key players. And it's a little weird.
Yeah.
Denver is just, Denver is frustrating. They're so young, and they could be so good. I think they need a year or two, and they could probably win a championship. But they need a year or two. They're just a bunch of young players. Like, your team was so good all year long, and you're getting blown out in the first round by a team with injuries.
Really, like, it's hard to watch. Because I picked Denver in 6 as well. But just, I am starting to lose faith in that.
Well, and like you and I were talking about earlier, Denver in the first game just didn't, even though they won, it didn't
feel right.
great. It was more like, oh, Denver got the
Somehow
win,
got
and
that.
the Jazz just played really bad.
Yeah.
And so if Denver had also played bad, I feel like this would be a Boston Celtics 76ers situation where Denver's just getting blown out all the time and they don't stand a chance against the Jazz.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird because I feel like most people picked the Denver Nuggets to win.
Just how they played before this, they just seemed better. It almost is like they haven't showed up. They're just not all there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them. It's really weird to me.
Yeah, it just...
And they're not really playing defense.
No.
They're trying to fix all their problems with offense, and it just... You can't fix your problems with offense, usually.
Yeah.
You usually have to start on the defensive end to cause easy points to happen and then get your offense going.
Like, for me, I feel like both teams were not doing great first game. Denver somehow got the win. And Utah came back and started fixing what was happening, and now they're winning. They're destroying Denver now. Denver's not fixing what they need to fix.
So what do you think is going to happen? Do you think what do you think it's going to end at?
At this point, I almost want to say Utah in 6. With the last 3 games, if Denver does not fix what they need to fix, which is most of how they're playing right now.
Unfortunately, I think that even if Denver fixes what they're doing, I think it goes to 7 games. If they fix what they're doing, it gets to 7 games. I could see that.
Just basing it off of the last 3 games, I would say Utah in 6.
Either way, either one of those teams is going to go to the next round, play the Clippers, and get obliterated.
Neither one of those teams are going on past this next point.
Yeah, they might get a win against the Clippers. I think it doesn't matter. Denver or Utah plays the Clippers in the next round. They win 1 game.
Yep.
And the Clippers win in 5.
Yeah.
It's just...
I don't even think that's going to be even close.
Now, Denver's got some issues, man.
They do. And it's kind of sucks because they do have some talent there. They can be good. Like you said, they're young, but you just kind of need to fix those problems. You feel me?
Yeah.
Moving on. We got the Rockets.
Rockets versus the Thunder. That's over.
It's over?
That I would say is the one super boring series in the West.
I will agree with that.
Whereas the East has like 3 boring series. That's the one boring series in the West. The Rockets, which is sad. I kind of expected the Rockets to win it in 6. And they've already got 2 wins without Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
And it's just weird to me because OKC has Steven Adams, who's actually a really good center. And Houston doesn't have a center, and they still can't seem to, I feel like Oklahoma City should be more in it, and it doesn't feel like they are. It feels like it's over already.
Yeah, honestly, I've put that game on, watched 5 minutes. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm done with this game.
I feel bad for Chris Paul. I really do. He might have a championship right now if he hadn't hurt his quad against the Golden State Warriors a few years ago. So I just feel bad for him. But it is what it is. He's more of an MVP to me, though, than Giannis. I know this really sounds like I don't like Giannis. I like Giannis. He just...
Well, with
he's
couple weeks ago,
it's the same as Westbrook. Sure, he's great, man. I just don't. I'm not. It's not. There's Giannis and Westbrook, and then I feel like there's KD, Steph, LeBron, Kawhi. There's just this huge gap right there. And they're trying to put Giannis up there with the other guys, and they're trying to put Russ up there with the other guys, and I'm not feeling it.
Yeah.
It's just not the same feel when I see him play,
Yeah.
Sure, Giannis and Westbrook can, do these amazing plays, and I would love to see them play in person. It would be so cool. It just doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel like they're in control of the actual game, the whole game.
Yeah.
They're just like they're doing their thing, and they're doing great. And sometimes that gets you wins, and sometimes that doesn't. But it's just weird.
No, I can feel that. Like, watching LeBron play, I know it's kind of different levels, but
Completely different levels.
He's in control of the game. Like, if he's having a bad game, it's almost like the whole team kind of just starts to crumble. Like, he helps everyone do better.
Right.
To be honest, it's a one-man show.
Yeah, it is a one-man show, but I still think the Bucks can win games if Giannis doesn't play.
Yes, no, I do agree with that.
That's what I'm saying. Even if he plays and they blow out a team and Giannis does great and the whole team does great, it doesn't feel like Giannis powered him to a win. It's just kind of like, the Bucks are good.
Yeah, no, and I agree with that. It was just.
Whereas even with the Clippers, the team is good. But Kawhi plays well. Everyone plays well. It doesn't feel like the Clippers are good. It feels like, Kawhi's really good.
Yeah.
You know, when the Golden State Warriors would win games with just Steph and no KD there, it was, even if the whole team played well, Steph's really good.
Yeah.
And then when KD got there, it was like, KD's really good. You know what I mean? When OKC had that good team and KD was there, it was like, the whole team does well. It's just like, KD's amazing. You know, it's a different feel.
Yeah.
Whereas like Westbrook will win games and be like, well, they're good. That's why.
Yeah. Okay.
Harden's one of those people, though, he's kind of like on the fence, you know? Like the whole team can play well and he can suck and they'll still win. And then he can like take over the whole game and win. It's like some days he's up there with everybody else, and then the next day he like missed a cup of coffee or something, and now he's like, he's not really a part of the team.
Yeah.
He just should have stayed in bed.
Didn't show up. Goodbye.
You should not show up sometimes.
Well, cool. Well, moving on. We got the last one. Lakers versus Portland. LeBron needs to play more. He needs to play harder.
Play more?
Not more, but he needs to show up a little bit more. I feel like he's kind of not giving it 100% right now.
Got to take last night off, or the other night off, when they beat the Portland Trail Blazers. Portland was not very good.
Yep.
And Anthony Davis was amazing, and other people on the team made shots. So LeBron was like, I'm not going to play.
Yeah. Just watching the game unfold, though.
I watched the first one. I had to watch the highlights in the second one. But I watched the first game against Portland. When Portland won, LeBron was really frustrating.
Yeah.
Because I think he had 20, like 15 and 15 or something. LeBron feels like he has another Cavaliers team with Kyrie, where even though Kyrie and LeBron are great, and LeBron's dishing out trying to get all these people to make these shots, LeBron still had to score like 35 points a game through all those playoff series. If you remember watching any of those, like 2000, whenever he got back, I forgot when, to right before he left, LeBron still had to score 35 points a game throughout the playoffs all the time and be amazing and still pass the ball and get people involved. And right now it just feels like, this is the first round. I don't want to score 35 points. I don't have the energy to score 35 points a game. I'm just going to try to get everyone else and force them to be better.
Yeah, but I know
I
it's
don't
just
feel like
the first
LeBron's
round, but I feel like you can't just shrug it off.
I feel like LeBron's not taking the first round series.
No, he's not.
He's like, well, we're going to win this. We got this in the bag. Which, there's a lot of people that even after the Portland Trail Blazers were being great, they said, I still feel like Portland's going to lose in 5. And, I don't know.
I feel like Portland's showing up. They're trying.
Yeah, they're trying.
Watching,
really hard.
they're trying hard. They know who they're playing, and they're giving 110. I feel like the Lakers are just kind of like, it's the first round. We can come back and win. It doesn't matter.
I think if the Lakers win the next game, two things have to happen. The Lakers have to win the next game, but the way they win it will matter.
How so?
So, if AD shows up, he scores like 20, and he gets like 8 rebounds or something,
Okay.
and he does well. Doesn't matter when those points are scored. Great. People actually make shots, a few shots, you know. And LeBron scores 35 points, like 9 rebounds and 8 assists. If that happens on the next game, I think it's over. I think the Lakers win in 5. If Portland Trailblazers are close most of the game and it's really hard for the Lakers to win it, Lakers are going to fight and it's going to be a 7-game series. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to be
Especially
trying to
if
come
Portland
up from
wins.
behind.
If Portland wins, 7-game series. If Portland loses and it's close, still feeling like 6-7 games. If Portland loses by at least 10 again, it's over in 5.
Yeah. Like I'm still picking the Lakers to win it, but they need to show up.
They're going to play the Rockets in
need
the
to
next
show
round, and I feel like it's going to be the exact same problem that they have right now.
Yep.
Portland, great offense, defense. Rockets, great offense, defense. And the Lakers have to show up and play offense, and they just really struggle with that. And they're going to have to rely on their defense, and defense is all about effort. And if you're not feeling it that day on the effort side, you're going to lose.
And I feel like most of them aren't feeling it on the effort side right now.
Yeah.
They're just shaking it off. Make a shot.
And I don't like LeBron
Yeah.
talking about the struggles of the bubble during the playoffs. I'm like, dude, I love you, man, but
we know there's some struggles, but at the same time, not really. Show up and play the game. You are a professional. You do this for a living.
you just had the off season off.
I
You had a second off season in between.
I know you get energy from the crowd, from people, but at the same time, you got to show up. You can still get energy. They have the screens. They have fans there on screens cheering. It's still there. It's not the same, but it's still there.
I think, yeah, if there's a knock I have on LeBron, it's the fact that he struggles sometimes. Like, he wants to create drama. It's about that time of the year, again, folks, where just wants to create some drama because he's bored or something. And I don't know why. Dude, just show up and play. Just crush the other team.
Yeah, I'd much rather watch them.
Yeah, Jordan showed up.
Dominate
I think
Portland.
that's the reason why people struggle with the GOAT thing. Again, it's Michael Jordan showed up every single day, and he wanted to rip your throat out and crush you and beat you by 20 points every single game, 81 games a year. Just go to town on you. And LeBron's kind of like, yeah, I'm going to take today off, and I'll be better tomorrow for the game that's on TV.
A win is still a win kind of thing. Like, 1 by 1. Still a win. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I'm just like, dude.
Still 1 and 7. Doesn't matter. You got to.
I don't know.
I'm all on board with it. You go 110 from the start to the end. Give it your best. If you don't give it your best at any point, it's just, I don't know.
Although I do slightly understand, I feel like there should be more like 60 games, not 81 games. And you'd get players to play more. However, that's not... Michael Jordan played 81 games, so... I mean,
You just like to shorten everyone's seasons.
I
don't you?
do. Quality over quantity, man.
You want baseball to be shortened, basketball
Yeah.
to be shortened. Next is going to be football.
No.
No. So no football. Okay.
16 games. It's good where it is. Do not expand the playoffs. Just
Don't expand it.
leave it the way it is. Please. Just don't screw with football. Don't give us more games. You already make us watch those bad games on Thursday nights. Actually, the Thursday night one. It was the Monday night ones. The Monday night ones.
Yeah.
Or just, you have that crappy television people. ESPN. ESPN, you suck. You suck at broadcasting NFL games. Get it together. I hate watching Monday Night Football.
I never knew this about you.
Monday Night Football is garbage.
I
don't care who's
Monday
playing.
Night Football
If
is
this
garbage.
year, Monday Night Football, the Chiefs are playing the Ravens and ESPN is broadcasting it, I'm turning the sound off.
You just have a problem with the announcers? Like,
They just do a bad job.
okay. I don't know where this is coming from, but okay. Like, I understand they do a bad job. I just never knew you
Like, it doesn't
felt
feel
this passionate about this.
Well, it's because, like, okay, I have to sit down and I have to spend 3 hours of my day to watch this football game. Okay,
Yeah.
I am giving you 3 hours of my life. It's a big deal to me. So do a good job. Don't make it seem like two guys in a room producing a podcast are watching a football game. It's stupid. Like, you have millions of dollars to do a good job. Don't botch it. Stop being cheap. Just do a good job. Like, I watch Fox, and they do amazing. I watch just even a local Denver broadcast. I'm like, oh, you guys are doing pretty good. Like, I can't argue with it. Yeah, okay. Cool. But ESPN, it's like you go out of your way to make it bad. Is that on purpose? Do you just hate us? Do you just like to take our money and be like, you guys, this is bad. Joke's on you guys. You got to watch our garbage.
Yeah. Well, since we're now on the NFL, Cam is a Patriot. How do you feel about that? Here we go.
No, I actually don't have very much to say about this. Cool, Cam Newton's a Patriot. That's great.
Yeah.
Patriots are gonna go like 5-11.
You think they're going to be that bad?
Yeah, they're gonna go like 4-12. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna go 4-12. Cam Newton will be amazing. They'll sign him to a long-term contract, trade him for the first-round pick, and get Trevor Lawrence. I'm on the Trevor Lawrence hype train. I
been on that.
am
Trevor
so
Lawrence
excited to
for a
see Trevor
while.
Lawrence go to the NFL. It's gonna be great.
Realistically, who do you think is going to get him?
Who's the worst team in the NFL?
Which one?
I
feel like there are a few right now.
Let's see. I need. Yeah. Okay. The problem is who's going to be bad and need a quarterback.
That's fair.
Because let's see, Miami Dolphins, they're going to be bad, but they have Tua, right?
Yep.
If the Washington Redskins totally blow. Oh, wait. Washington football team. My bad. That'd be our mistake then. Man, that would be so disappointing if he went to the Washington football team. They are another boring team.
I really don't think they're going to go to a top team.
That was like when Zion went to the Pelicans.
Okay.
Like, why does Zion have to go to the Pelicans? Go somewhere interesting. Sorry, Pelicans. You're just boring. Okay? No one, cares about you.
Yeah.
I don't care how good your team is.
True.
They have to force people to stay in your town to play basketball. The commissioner has to step in and say, no, you should stay there. Like, maybe you shouldn't have a basketball team. Maybe.
Yeah. Really?
Sorry, I'm thinking. You keep talking.
You really think the Redskins? I don't know if I see him going to the Redskins. I don't think it's going to happen.
Detroit Lions. Lions could be awful.
Yeah, I could see him going there more than Washington.
Okay, thank goodness. I hope Dwayne Haskins is just good enough that even if they're bad, they don't draft Trevor Lawrence. You know what would be great? The Cowboys totally blow, because the Cowboys are interesting. The Cowboys totally blow. Go 2-14. They get rid of Dak Prescott, and then they draft Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence on the Cowboys.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
I feel like he would have a lot of weapons. That would be a team where he can succeed.
I
definitely.
still just feel this elaborate plan for the Patriots to get Trevor Lawrence.
Oh,
That'd be
he's
so.
always.
I would love that.
There's always some master plan. with that franchise.
Bill Belichick.
Just
Dun,
there's-
dun, 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 dun.
Oh, I wouldn't put it past anyone for him to somehow scheme a way to get.
Yeah, it's like, here's Julian Edelman. Here's my girlfriend. Can we get the number 1 pick? He'll trade everything for it. Give me the number 1 pick.
Yeah,
I'll give you my parking spot in front of Gillette Stadium.
yeah. I
Here you
would.
go.
I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I wouldn't put it past him.
That'd be pretty cool.
So, well, cool.
Yeah, I don't
Baseball.
really care about Cam Newton being a Patriot. And just, they're not going to be that great.
Yeah, I feel like Cam Newton was really good when he first started, and just
He's not
it was like
he's not
and then he
accurate.
plateaued way sooner than
He's not
anyone
accurate.
else. Yeah,
If you take away like his good seasons and his like MVP, a lot of people have won MVP, and I don't know if they're the most valuable person to play.
I feel like MVP is not what it used to be. It's not the most valuable.
Who had the greatest season this year?
Yeah,
Let's give it to them.
Yep.
Because otherwise, LeBron would win every single year like he should.
yeah.
And Tom Brady would win almost every year like he should. Or Russell Wilson.
I was gonna say I feel like Russell should have.
Yeah, Russell Wilson.
He should have. Some
He should
more,
have
but,
like 3 MVPs at this point.
But because it's not what it should be, he doesn't get it.
I struggle with the MVP. It's okay. We'll get over it someday. I doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it. Moving on real quick as we kind of move along in the podcast, baseball unwritten rules. I feel like this has been a stupid topic this entire week. They are unwritten rules, but if you're playing a game, play the game to your fullest, no matter what. Whether you're putting a face on your cleats, I kind of get that because you're not allowed to do it in other
Free
sports
Joe.
either. You're not allowed to do it
Free
in other sports
Joe.
either. But like the whole hitting a ball on a 3-0 pitch, normally you let that slide just because in case it's a ball, you get a walk. Doesn't matter if it's a strike, whatever. Hit the damn ball if you want to hit the ball. Get the home run. I don't care how much you're up. I don't care how much you're down. Hit the ball. Play your hardest every moment of every game. Just because you're up by 10 does not mean you put on the brakes and go, we can let them catch up a little bit. No. You keep going. I don't know. How do you feel about it? Because I think it's stupid.
Baseball's unwritten rules are dumb.
Very.
They cause a bunch of people that could be interesting to not be very interesting.
And that's my point. I want them to play their hardest at all times.
They had these really cool... Oh, okay. So, basketball, why it's interesting is because they sell shoes. So people find their shoes to be super interesting. So they wear interesting, fun shoes that say things on them. Sometimes what
Yeah.
they say is stupid, but it doesn't matter. It's their own personal thing. It gives them a personality, lets them be fun, lets them own something that somebody else could buy and be like, hey, look, man, I look like Kobe Bryant. I got his shoes on. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I totally would have bought some free Joe Kelly shoes. But you wouldn't let it, like, the fact that the MLB wouldn't let him wear those shoes is like, okay, so some old 70-year-old guy
Well, I
just chilling in his basement like, no, we can't do that, man. Like,
I do kind of
that
get.
be-
I mean, you can't put someone's face on any other shoe during any other sport game. So I kind of get it, but at the same time, I'm like, the whole.
They just really try to make
free-
sure they don't have personalities. If
A
I
little-
wanted them
a
to
little
not
bit
have
right now.
personalities, I go play MLB, the show.
Yeah.
On my
A little
PlayStation.
bit right now, yeah.
But I
it's-
don't. Because it's boring. Let them have
Yeah.
fun. Let the kids play, as it were.
Yeah. Hit the home run. 3-0 pitch.
Chicks
Hit
dig.
the home run.
Chicks dig. Grand slams. Mostly home runs. And grand slams.
Well, it was
chicks
not
digs
a grand
the
slam.
chicks dig the long ball. Dudes dig the long ball. Let us
Yeah.
have fun. Let it be exciting.
We want to see the big hits. If you know it's a fastball, come down the middle because it's a 3-0 pitch. Hit the
Just
ball.
do it.
Hit it.
Stop getting pissy at each other. And if they are going to get pissy at each other, know what they should do? It should just be like hockey.
If
Everybody has the same personality. They should get into fights, put them in a penalty box.
Yeah, the whole it's not an actual rule, so stop getting mad about it. It doesn't matter. If it mattered, they would make it a rule.
Yes.
Stupid.
But they wouldn't make a rule that says don't swing on a 3-0 pitch.
No, because it takes the baseball out of baseball.
Yeah.
You throw a pitch, I swing at it. No matter what. If I want to swing, I'm swinging. I don't know. I get why you wouldn't swing. I don't think anyone should get mad if you do swing, though.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Let's talk about the standings in baseball.
Standings.
Yeah, should we look that up? Where's everyone at currently in baseball?
Let me pull it up real quick. The one thing I did not have ready to go.
Anytime
Your
now.
internet is slow. Sorry.
I don't know. Maybe there's like 18 computers running on it. Oh, my goodness. I got it. Oh, jeez.
Okay.
We're experiencing technical difficulties. Oh, look. There it is. That's so cool.
Why is mine going
I
to
don't know.
MLB TV?
Anyway,
I don't want to
the
watch a game.
Oakland Athletics are 19-8. That's awesome. I didn't think they were any good. The Yankees. Joe Judge.
You and that Joe
All
Judge again.
rise.
Okay.
Minnesota Twins, Tampa Bay Rays. Man, the American League is stacked. They got all these good teams. Should we move to the National League real quick? Los Angeles Dodgers 20-8. Chicago Cubs 16-9. Oh, look. Where'd they go? Oh, I can't find them in the top five.
I feel like you're doing
That's
this
so
just
weird.
to spite me.
Who's in the top
just
five?
to spite me.
Hold on. Dodgers, the Cubs, the Atlanta Braves, San Diego Padres. The Padres are garbage. When did they play? When did they start playing games? Miami Marlins.
They started playing
The-
games when we stopped pitching.
The Marlins. Huh, that's weird. The Marlins? Oh, the guys that can't even get their COVID test right. Ah, yeah, that's right. The Marlins. Oh, there they are. The Rockies. Look, 13-13. What are they? Are they on a
let me just
5-game
say,
losing streak?
When you asked me
Do
who I
not
thought was
ever-
gonna when you asked me who I thought was gonna, I never said the Rockies. I knew. Calm down there. I knew this was gonna happen. We start off good. Our pitching can't withstand distance, and it drives every Rocky fan crazy.
I never want to hear, no matter how well the Rockies start, how good they are.
I've never said they're a great
Ever
team.
again. I don't care what year
They
it
have
is.
great players. They can be great. They're not.
You could put 4 All-Stars on that team. It would not matter. They will start off 10-0 and then lose 10 games in a row.
Baseball has become a pitching game.
Yeah.
If you can't pitch, you're not winning. We do not have. We have a few, but we don't have the depth to go the distance.
You have a losing record in your home ballpark.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Losing record in your own ballpark. You can't do that. That's like terrible.
Yeah. No, it's not been good.
Didn't they get blown out by the Dodgers last night?
It is the Dodgers. The Dodgers have always been.
The Dodgers and Yankees World Series is just all we're hoping for.
I feel like that's going to happen. Although Oakland has surprised me a little bit. I didn't think they were going to be this good this long.
Let's be real. We watch baseball for the New York Yankees, the Dodgers, and for whatever team is playing the Houston Astros.
Yep.
Fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Baseball.
I agree with that.
Baseball just needs to really have some personality and get more interesting. It helps that they're only playing 60 games this year, but even then, they're not really playing 60 games.
But can you now start to see why I think you need to play a little bit more than 60 because anyone could be good for about 60 games. You need a little bit more depth to kind of
I said
out
100.
those teams.
To be fair, I said 100
I did
games.
not hear your number.
I think they should play 100 games. Nice, even, easy number. 100.
100.
100 games.
The only interesting thing still going on with the Rockies is Charlie's still hitting over 400. That is it. And he's going down a little bit. Like
in a shortened season where there's going to be an asterisk. So even if he has a record, people will be like, yeah, well, he played during the pandemic season.
Like I said, in baseball, it is a pitching game. It is extremely hard to hit, even in 60 games, over 400.
You know, it'd be even harder doing it 162 games.
I got that. I'm just saying, it's still. I know it's different, but it's still a feat. It's still gonna be kind of cool if it does happen.
True, I guess so. What else we got there?
Only hope I'm holding on to.
Should we do some predictions?
Predictions. We got a
Real
little
quick?
bit of time left. Real quick.
What are we? All right.
Predictions.
For upcoming games.
Yeah.
Schedule. Real quick. Sure. Should have had it pulled up.
What is?
All right. So between now, let's see.
How far do you want to go?
Well, we can't really go that far, so we'll just do the next couple games. The Milwaukee Bucks will play the Orlando Magic. Jeffrey, who's going to win and by how many points?
Milwaukee. They're gonna be 20 up.
I'll go with 15. I kind of go with that. Miami Heat, Indiana Pacers. Who's going to win and by how many points?
Miami. I'll go like 30 up.
30 up?
Ish.
You think Miami's going to win by 30?
Yeah. Yeah.
You must be outside your mind.
Am I?
I'm taking the Pacers to win.
You're taking the Pacers.
To win by 10.
Okay.
All right, Houston Rockets, Oklahoma City Thunder.
Rockets.
By?
I'm going to say 10.
Rockets by 10. I'm going to go with Oklahoma. No, I'm going with the Houston Rockets. Houston Rockets.
You're just going against me.
I can't do it.
This point.
Houston Rockets by 3. James Harden,
Okay.
step back, three-pointer to win the game. Boom. Done.
All right.
All right, Los Angeles Lakers, Portland Trailblazers.
This is a hard one because if Lakers don't start doing something, I want to pick Portland, but I feel like Lakers are going to start stepping up. I'm going to pick the Lakers by... Let's go 10.
I'm picking Los Angeles Lakers by...
3.
I was going to say 5.
Oh. Close. Okay.
Lakers by 5. I think it'll be a close game. I think a bunch of the guys won't show up because they showed up last time, and LeBron's going to have to actually carry them this time.
I hope so.
And have to get
I want to
back
see
surgery next
LeBron
week.
do some work.
All right, Boston Celtics, 76ers. Who's going to win that and by how many?
I'm going to go Boston. I'm going to go 10 again.
I'm going to go with Boston by 25. I think it's just
Pound it in.
get it over with. All right, LA Clippers, Dallas Mavericks.
Clippers. But 30.
I think the Clippers blow them out.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's like by 20, not 30. That's ridiculous.
I'm just it's going to be a blowout. I'm just throwing a high number out there.
Toronto Raptors, Brooklyn Nets. I'm going with the Raptors by 15.
I'm going to go Raptors as well, but I'm going to probably say like 20. I'm going to lean a little bit higher.
Denver Nuggets, Utah Jazz. I think it's a close one.
That is a
Utah
close one.
Jazz win by... I think that one goes to like overtime or something, and the Jazz win by 8.
I'm going to say overtime as well, but I'm picking Denver
Ooh, by how much?
by 3.
All right. Sounds good. So I think that's it. That's how. Are there any other games happening this week that we care about? What else is happening
So
next
the
week?
next few days.
Well, Milwaukee will play Orlando again, right? Or is that the last one? I think that's the last one. Then it's over. Any baseball games? Fun baseball games coming up anytime soon? Do a few quick predictions real quick.
If I could find their schedule.
Any good games that we care about? The Rockies and the Dodgers. The Dodgers are going to continue to crush them.
Dodgers are going to win. I don't think the Dodgers are going to have... Hold on. Let me take that back.
Ooh.
I hope the Dodgers don't sweep the Rockies, but
Bring out the broom.
I don't know. With how the Rockies have been playing it, I could see it happening.
Who are the Yankees playing? I want to see. Because that's what we care about.
The Yankees.
Are they not playing? What's going on? I don't. Why is it so hard to find the Yankees logo?
Because you're not looking.
I am looking.
The Yankees game is postponed. They're supposed to be playing the Mets.
Oh.
It's
All
postponed right now,
rise.
so
All right. Well, I think that was good. I think we're done. Right?
I think that's about it. Yeah. Thanks for joining. We will be back next week, Saturday, 9 a.m. Don't forget to like us, follow us.
Subscribe. We got a Facebook
join us.
page. We got the Instagram. We're going to try to post more on the Instagram.
Yep.
Instagram. We're going to post on the Instagram. Sound like an 80-year-old dude.
I am also going to be working on this week getting them onto Spotify. So we will also be on Spotify, hopefully by next podcast.
Yay. All right.